same room?
Yeah, I think so.
This one says records.
Oh, that's.
They're different rooms.
All right. Ah, hey, Steph. First. Hello, everyone. I'm guessing that my notifications went out. All right, so just to let everybody know where we're at. We are currently at the courthouse.
Understood. I just wondered how they already set a bond. It was curious to me.
Trying not to get any personal information. Oh, hey, big man. Still waiting on you to get a hold of me. Hey, Donna. Kev Factor. I didn't really plan my outfit out too well.
Oh.
Yeah, just like old times. Thank you.
There has to be a judge for a bond, correct?
Get arrested, go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they make the decision to do the bond without a judge? Okay, so the prosecutors might be the ones that would be responsible for the whole thing? Okay, just trying to get a paper trail of everything. Thank you, buddy. You have a good day.
So he was in there asking if there was a judge that had decided the bond. And there wasn't a judge. He said that it may have been the prosecutor that decided the bond amount.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the
So I
bond
think
back.
we're going to go over to the prosecutor's office next. Flip you guys.
All right, so y'all heard it.
I think that's chewing tobacco.
That's a
Oh. So I'm not too familiar with this courthouse. That's the reason why I don't have you guys flipped around to watch where I'm going.
Okay, thanks.
We're in the wrong building, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.
All right. I've got to work on my angle better. I keep on giving you guys like my double chin angle. So this is my best friend for the day. Because apparently I didn't have my phone charging.
This is that when you're released on this type of bond, like with no charges, that 60 days after the arrest and no charges are filed, you can send an email or you can, send an email saying, and include a photocopy of the original bond receipt, a photocopy of your ID, and the current address to be mailed. Well, we're going to still go over and talk to the prosecutor to see if we can get this bond back. Silly. Imagine that the police detain somebody, put them in jail at that, and run you through that whole vigorous, unconstitutional process, and then tell you, well, to get your money back when you didn't get any charges because we couldn't find anything that you did wrong.
Email us.
Email us and we'll give you your money back.
We'll Venmo it over to you.
We keep learning more about law. That makes no fucking sense. The more we do this shit.
Steve. I got some pretty interesting updates a while ago before I went live again on what is his name? JJ
James.
Jordan? Is it Jordan? I was thinking
Right.
Justin. James Jordan.
James Jordan.
On where he's currently working, and I sent it to you in text. And it looks like some people have already been letting his employer know about what a fantastic employee he is. Yeah. Apparently they've had to shut down their comment sections. Fantastic. I'll include a link in my.
I think we already got it.
I'll do it as a pinned comment. Show you guys. That way you guys can go check out the comments. Comment section was great.
Because, I mean...
You need me to go back? I can go back.
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
we can walk.
At a crosswalk. Lawfully crossing at a crosswalk. So if Jordan comes popping around this corner, yelling out of a megaphone
Right.
some crazy shit,
It's lawful.
there's both me and Jeremy today, so he won't just get headbutted in the face. It'll be worse.
All right, so where we're going now is we're going over to the prosecutor's office, correct?
Yep, correct.
I don't know. Tearing it up?
He was tearing up money in intersections, screaming at people who came in here, headbutted the window.
There are some
They used to have I guess they used to have some guy in here. They took it down because it was violating the Constitution. We had a guy here that was, like the courthouse
Yeah,
with the metal detector.
right.
I'm going to have to
It was not
figure out a
allowed
way
by the law.
to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a public facility.
Yeah, this
They're
building
kind of
looks pretty
crossing
bare down
boundaries
here.
by stopping you, because we do have freedom of movement in public areas. But
I'd
that's,
rather not have people in the courthouse with guns.
well, yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's just so many loopholes in law that,
But apparently they couldn't keep
How
it
many we
here
got
for
in
some
here?
reason.
somebody must have challenged it to the point where they
Yeah, it was in
decided
the
it wasn't
news.
worth it.
They put it was in the news, because when we came here, I noticed it was gone. I'm like, what happened? And then I saw a news article about it.
Is there a video of the guy tearing up money out in the
I don't
intersection?
know.
Darn. That would have been
I would get
fantastic.
Well, it sounds like there's a video.
Okay, I'll let Cassie know. Sorry, guys.
He was freaking me out. He was coming up to us like, oh, he was going all over the courthouse grounds, being crazy.
She says, so do you want to go ahead and plea out so we don't have to do our job? She says, okay, I'll let them know. They're going to be super happy about that. Sorry. A little bit
You
of
might lose
sarcasm.
them in the elevator a little bit. Let them know.
Oh, if
That's
I
right.
lose you guys, I'm in an elevator.
Or if you're already lost, it's
He's
because
not
we were
lost,
in an
and
elevator.
Chris isn't operating the elevator, so we're safe.
I got stuck in an elevator
Oh
once.
my god.
Go right ahead, bud. How you doing?
Is this the regular prosecutor?
It's the regular prosecutor's office.
All right. Ooh, good deal, Steph.
I was arrested with no charges.
I couldn't pass that up, Jody. All right. I had to undo my thing that was. I had my cables wrapped around. I'll definitely be checking my text messages here soon, Steph. See what we've got. And then Chris is doing a static video, so you guys can expect, an update with video showing where we are and what we're doing. I'm sort of holding back, like staying back a little bit. That's what I was calling to, or trying to get a hold of you to see.
We can always correct it, but it's already out there.
How late do you have to work until, big man? what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm sort of sticking back a little bit because I don't want anyone's private information being disclosed all over YouTube streets. "1 a.m. Yeah, we will be gone by 1 a.m. Unless something crazy happens. Let's see. Knock fan, that was solid.
I have a couple of questions. They're based on his, but it's not his question. So I guess it's kind of regular for these bonds to be set when there's no charges for like a period of time. It looked like maybe 60 days, according to that. Who is responsible for setting that bond when that happens? They're just setting the bond without a judge. Would it be a prosecutor? So the jail, the sheriff department can make that themselves?
I believe so. Our office doesn't handle the bond portion other than the release of the bond from the department.
So this office decides whether or not to release the bond, but the bond can be set by just a sheriff?
As far as I know.
Okay.
The only thing that our office does is we give it over to an investigator that confirms that we're not filing the charges. And that's our process of releasing the bond.
Okay, so from here, what you will do after this process with him is you'll get with the investigator on his case and make sure that they don't intend on filing charges, and then you can release it?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
I'll give it to the investigator and then they'll
I called,
Okay.
they knew my situation.
Understood. I'm still kind of confused about who sets the bond. Like
Step back for a
that
second.
part's kind of getting me, because when I looked it up, I'm not arguing, I'm just asking, because I don't know and I want to learn. But it said that a judge has to, approve.
The judge might have a process in it. I just know our office doesn't handle the setting of the bond.
Do you want to hear something funny? Across the hall, across the road over there, they said the prosecutor did it. And I was like, well, I'll ask the prosecutor's office. Everybody always puts it off on somebody else. You know what I mean? Transparency is a must. Do you know who this guy is? The guy you just did business with. You don't know who he is though? He's a local hero. This case, he was a hero in this case. There was a
So I'm
guy
gonna
that
ask
hopped out of the
Chat,
truck with an assault rifle.
in your all's experience, does a judge have to sign off on someone's bond? Like the bond amount? Whenever they, whenever they set a bond for someone to be released, isn't it a judge that normally sets that and normally signs it? Because we're trying to figure out who the judge is that signed off on his bond.
That's a big case, it's all over the world, I mean,
Let's see.
yeah, he's a good man, he doesn't deserve to be punished for doing the right thing, so
7
hopefully
cities.
we can all work together as a community to try to get this all resolved.
So a
and
magistrate in the
Put an
jail.
actual dangerous person, a
Okay.
perpetrator in jail where they belong.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
what we're here
look.
for. It's nice to
See,
meet
that's what
you.
I was thinking. That's
Thank
what
you.
all of my
I still
research
don't
has
know.
indicated.
So as usual, I still don't know the answer as to who's actually responsible for the bond. She says it's not the prosecutor. Over at the courthouse, they said it was the prosecutor, but she also said that it could be the jail itself, which is under the sheriff's purview. So that's another question I guess we could ask the sheriff, if they're allowed to make their own bonds in cases. But it's the city department's investigation.
So
Maybe the city can set their own bond. Who knows? We're gonna find out.
Big Man, how do they do that without a judge signing off on it? That is baffling to me. So Big Man said that typically the sheriff's department is the one that sets the bond.
Typically, yeah, because.
And then
it would be the
7
county.
cities said that they may have a magistrate there
That's
at.
the word I was looking for
They have
earlier.
magistrate at jail.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that,
That's the one I was actually thinking.
But not on the
With
weekends.
magistrate.
No, yeah. Well, they may be able to call.
all right,
them,
we're
though.
going back in the
You know what I'm
elevator,
saying?
y'all.
Do it over the phone.
And again, Chris isn't operating it, so we're safe.
Oh my gosh, the elevator stuff. The elevator that I got stuck in disabled again on somebody else a year later. Like I caught so much hell from the elevator.
right? and like they shut it off on me on purpose because it was security guards that didn't want me going to the floor I was going to. And,
They did shut it off
but
on
it got
him.
stuck and they couldn't undo it without the keys. So then a year later, after all the hell I caught on the internet, a year later, we saw a news clip where I think it was an EMT service person was stuck in the same elevator and they had to have the fire department come get him out.
You didn't get the fire department though, did you, honey?
Yeah, I didn't need the fire department. It could have been more embarrassing.
Okay, so
Sent to the jail?
I think we need to find out if
Yeah.
they have a magistrate and if that was the
There's
person.
a
that-
magistrate, but there's not there on the weekends. They're on
Well-
there Monday through Friday.
I want to go to the sheriff's office.
I mean, Lafayette Police Station's right here, too.
Gotta laugh
Ooh, it
about
is.
it, Jody.
Shit, should we go out of order, Lafayette Police Department? That'd be a fun one.
I'm game. You know I'm game
chat.
for
Let's chat
anything.
what they want to do. We got the day. We can travel and come back or whatever.
All right.
Y'all want to go to Lafayette Police Department, the people that are responsible for doing this shit to him, first? 1 in chat for Lafayette Police Department, City Police Department, and 2 in chat for the Sheriff's Department so we can move forward on his bond situation.
Now that one I could let you guys be more interactive and see what we're doing. So
1 in chat for Lafayette City Police Department, 2 in chat for the Sheriff's Department.
they
I'll
can't,
let
but
you
the bond
tell
amount
us
is
the
set
result
by
in
the
a second.
judge.
Huh?
After the judge.
They're curious
Signs
about
off.
your bond thing.
See, I told you the bond thing's a huge thing. Like I want to know.
Let's do that first.
Lafayette
Lafayette.
PD going to be a fun one.
The
Sure.
bond. Let's find out who was responsible for your bond.
Okay.
Of course, I'm trouble.
We'll come back here. They're open
there-
probably till like 8.
Is there a lobby
something.
open?
Stephanie Jinx is trying to send me to the Dollar General. One of my people in chat, she's like, "Go to the Dollar General."
Why?
I don't know, Steph. Why you want me to go to DG?
She said
All right, so now we're going to head over to the Sheriff's Department.
See,
because we're
that's
gonna
what
see
I
if we
thought.
can get the answer to the question about the bond. I'd rather ask the Sheriff's Department what's up with that, and then I've got a few more questions. Hopefully we get the sheriff himself. He's already made a public statement, but it's not very satisfactory for the situation.
Oh.
So I would like to talk to him and let him get his part out. As you all know, the courthouse here is the courthouse. And,
Show you guys where we
it's
were
the
at.
sheriff's responsibility because that property is his
So
jurisdiction to
this
have
is where
security
we were
at. So
at.
that's kind of a huge issue in this case. What road?
Trying to not get people in my camera. That's a loud car. Bear with me for a second. I got a group of school kids coming through. Don't really want to get them
We're
in
going to
the...
show everybody where it happened. All right, so while we're here at the courthouse, I'm going to show you guys where the incident took place that started all this mess. It was right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys probably do want to see that, don't you?
Courthouse.
Where all the people were.
Surrounding area.
This right here is where everyone was gathered.
Oh wait,
I ran right through here.
wait. The guy was turning right?
Yeah.
He was
But
he was
no
going
turn, no turn on red, and he was turning right.
Yeah.
Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. What was that? What was that?
I told you that man missed it.
Oh my goodness, would you look at that? What
Turn
happened?
on red.
Let me get you guys a good pic of it.
right here at this corner where these bricks are.
This was Chris's find.
And now that I'm here, there is a no turn.
No, wrong way.
So there's a crosswalk. This would have been, he would have been right here, turning red.
So no turn on red.
Yeah,
So not only was he unlawful,
Right there.
he did not wait for the pedestrians to cross the street,
I'll get out of your way, darling.
but he couldn't make the right hand turn on red anyway. So that is probably again he's here for no good reason.
Hey, she knows you guys.
Oh, do you?
Seen him on YouTube.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I heard him talking, so I knew that was him.
The voice will catch you every time.
Not a big mouth.
So yeah, it would be kind of hard for him to have been doing a lawful right-hand turn whenever the pedestrians had the right-of-way, because that would mean that the light is red. Please correct me if I'm confused on how traffic lights work. That's a good question, Seven Cities. Let's see.
He's afraid you might know too much.
Let's watch and see.
Promise I'm not.
Well, make sure you sub to the new channel. I lost the old one.
Oh, you did? Did you get in trouble?
No, the James
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
He stole my channel.
That's a
name
really good
and
question.
Copyrighted it. Well, he stole my copyright and then started the channel in my name. And then they hacked mine because of that warrant from last year.
So we're still red on both.
On my channel.
How about now? Oh yeah, VOP was just kidding. I'm back. Good. I was a bit worried about that. I was really monitoring that light to see how it worked. I bet they were confusing, Donna. Well, the light test became a bit of a conundrum because I needed to get you guys back on my live feed. If I start buffering, let me know, please. We can see the light from here, I think. Yes. So we can see the hand and we can see the light. So they both turn green at the same time. It seems like that may be an issue with the city and how they have their lighting set up. I don't know. It's okay, tourist child. I've made those mistakes myself. Okay, so it's counting down to make the pedestrians stop and the light stops. So I guess now my next question would be, does that guy do that to every crosswalk that he comes to, where, you know, pedestrians are crossing at the same place? You know, I mean, that's where they're designated to cross. Does he do that everywhere he goes? I'm curious. What do you guys think? You think he does that at every light? Does he get out and become aggressive? That's right, Seven Cities. It seems a bit like that was an issue that the city created whenever they made it. Hello. Hey, caveman. I've got a hair in my mouth. There we go. So, I mean, what do you do whenever both people have the right of way? I guess you just slam your vehicle into park and you get out and you get aggressive, huh? Because according to Lafayette Police, that's how you do it. They said that he didn't break any laws, so apparently that's what you need to do. So I guess, from the way I'm understanding it, is if you come to Lafayette and you are, you know, trying to turn right here at this light.
I forgot to hit the record button.
You forgot to hit the record button. So, like I said, if you come to a green light, you're wanting to turn red, or right, red, turn right, and the pedestrians are going, you just stop your vehicle, you get out, and you get aggressive.
And I want to give you all a rundown
So,
of exactly how the layout and everything went down.
I agree, Donna. I think that's a problem because,
Tell you really what happened.
I mean, they were
Very first thing
definitely doing what they lawfully should have done. They were crossing the crosswalk while it was green.
And I realized that the road
So I think it just boils down to
He's coming in from
what you're supposed to do, like what our public laws are. So hang on. curious. Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing every time, like it's going to. I just don't understand how they can do that. And it's not a one-way. Oh, I would be curious to see who that was, Wacko. So on Chris's video, what they're doing over there is they're doing a rundown of like placement, and they're showing where everybody was and what they were doing when everything happened. So if you've watched the videos, I mean, all of this should look pretty familiar. No, people know how to cross the street, Darren. It's just at this light, the traffic gets to go at the same time the crosswalk gets to go in the same direction. So if you are turning right, you have to wait on the pedestrians. I mean, that's the state law. You wait on the pedestrians to get out of your way. You don't just get to slam your vehicle up and park and get out and, you know, become aggressive with them because they're crossing the crosswalk. Oh, is this Chuck Bronson's old hood? We've been doing a lot of stuff on Chris's channel also. So can somebody throw up Chris's link for me, please? That way all of, you know, my subscribers, if they want to go over and catch the stuff that we're doing about this incident over on his channel also, they can. Because he's doing static recording right now. And, you know, they're doing the walkthrough, showing where everything was. So that'll be on Chris's channel once he gets the video created. And this isn't our last stop. Like, we have more stops that we're going to go and do as soon as they get through doing their rundown. It would have already been done, but Chris forgot to hit record. So let's see what everybody says in chat. Seeing how the lights work and the positioning and stuff, do you guys still think that the guy was in the wrong for, you know, getting out of his vehicle and behaving the way that he did during a peaceful protest? I'll see what your all's opinion is, and then I'll give you mine. Let me see. While you guys are telling me yes or no, let me see if I can see Ted. No, that's weird. Ted, can you comment again? Yeah, see, I think that he was in the wrong too. One, it was women that he was aggressing, and two, he acted a fool while people were conducting a lawful activity, crossing a street lawfully as well. So, Steph, let me know right behind where Ted comments. That way I can see if I see him or not. I didn't block him. Not to my knowledge. Okay. Let's see. Steph, you can't go in and unblock people, can you? Let me change your mod status. Okay, so I will remove you as a standard because Nikki's at work. And then I will update you. All right, Steph, can you go in and unblock him for me now, please? If you know how to do that. See, that's weird. I don't remember blocking Ted. I don't think that I would have blocked Ted. I like Ted. is so weird. So how would he have gotten blocked? I must have hit like the thing with my thumbs, because I've accidentally blocked a lot of people. Honestly, accidentally, I've had to go back in and fix it. Happens a lot whenever I'm modding over on Chris's channel. Oh, that's another good one. Hang on. That may be it. How do I get out of this without closing out of this? Comments. All messages. Okay. Now let me see. Oh, now I see him. Okay. I was like, oh no, I wouldn't have blocked him. I got it. I got it. Well, Steph, anyway, your abilities have been updated on my channel, so. It's difficult to still be able to get content and share with you guys everything. Oh, welcome aboard the Crazy Train, Oklahoma. Thank you. But yeah, it's hard to get content, show you guys everything that's going on, and still make sure that Chris has enough static feed that hasn't been seen to be able to create his videos. Angry and... Oh, we got people out with the pitchforks. Hey, Oklahoma. I don't think that... Let me go back through and see. I see Ted telling me what to do now, and I couldn't even see him. I'm sorry. Yes, yesterday was VOP's birthday, guys. Oh, who do they have pitchforks out for? Would it be me? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. I think they're over there wrapping it up. Did we vote to go to the sheriff's department next? Or are we going to city PD next? Oh, that. You are not old as dirt, VOP. And you should be able to have everyone tell you happy birthday. It's a day to celebrate. Hey, what's up, Toe? Okay, we are going to the sheriff's department next. We got people getting in on the video. It's great. We've ran into a couple people that recognized Chris mainly by his voice.
Pretty much washing his hands of the whole thing, which may be okay, but he hasn't answered all the questions.
What's up, Marcus?
Oh, yeah? That's okay. What's his spot? What's his position? That's okay. He didn't have to. I mean, you did.
All right. We are moving finally. Chris wants a huge delay if anybody's just now joining. He forgot to hit record. So. Oh, Frogzilla. You're right next door to us, aren't you? I think you're right next door to us. Were the protesters told to leave the public area? No, they were not told to leave the public area. Later on, I believe, if I'm understanding it correctly, I know they were permitted to be there at the time. Later on, they did run them off from the courtyard and stuff, which this is the courthouse, and right down there is where they were at. That's the light down there. So in case anybody's just now joining. Are we driving? We gotta go about 5 minutes away, guys. Well, of course. I'll charge my car. Lord, I'll charge my phone when we get in the car. I'm special.
Can y'all believe I forgot to hit the record button?
I've told them like 3 times in case anybody missed it. I want everybody to know that you forgot to hit the record button.
I did. I'm rusty, y'all.
Hang on, y'all. I gotta put my seatbelt on.
I'm rusty. Let me get a little charge in between here and there, too.
So we were watching the
Better put
light.
your phone in, too, if you can.
Yeah, let me switch out my charging thing. So we were watching the light, and the light turns green at the same time the pedestrian crosswalk turns green.
Oh, it does?
It does.
So the argument that was tried to be presented was that
The pedestrians
light
were in his way, right?
was ending and the countdown had been going. So he was saying because it was counting down that he had the right of way.
No, it doesn't turn red until after the countdown is done.
Well, that doesn't matter because pedestrians always have the
right of way, and it says no turn on red.
That was a good catch, wasn't it?
Yes, very good. Chris caught that one.
Oh.
Sorry. He's a new driver.
Trying to follow them. That dude was in a hurry.
Yeah, he was definitely.
So flip it around and show him. This is the.
So this is the.
This is how he was supposed to go. Like we're on red.
Oh.
Show the front like we're driving here.
Well,
so,
I don't want to get their tags.
Oh.
So, sorry.
This was
I've
the
already
intersection.
showed them.
Well, we don't know who those people in front of us are.
Well, I get that.
I mean, not here.
So hang on just a second. No cameras.
There's one. We needed to request that while we were there. We forgot.
We
to
can stop
request the
back
camera.
by and get it.
Yeah, we're
Which
coming back
it's
to the police department
probably
anyway.
not controlled by the courthouse. They're going to have a separate, probably a third party.
Yeah. Right there's the camera we're going to need though. So it would be the.
So I can flip this around.
What would it be? The
So this is the other side of the courthouse. This would be.
west side of the courthouse?
Yeah.
We'll probably have to ask for the west side of the courthouse camera. It's right
I was
there.
gonna say there's a camera right here. That's the only.
Oh, that's a good one,
That's kind of far.
but it'll still pick it up.
Yeah, probably. It'll show his truck for sure.
Yep.
I don't know if it'll show the light though. I kind of want to show that light.
What did
We
you
have
miss?
footage.
Yeah, there's plenty of footage, but all
I would like it all
the
on
more angles, the better, I think. And then you're really good at compiling them.
one. Yeah, I've
So-
already put one together and it's going to be
Cameras
it's in the
in
reel.
the square that Leo was going to be reviewing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
We're going to be requesting that too.
What we did is we wanted to get like an idea of all of the cameras. That way we can request them also. Big man, you still in here?
See what they're going to do, y'all?
Cameras
is
are
they're-
controlled by Lafayette Police. Is that the city PD?
Okay, we're going there here in just a little bit.
Because that's where we're going to next.
No, not next. We're going to sheriff right now.
Well, after the sheriff. You
we'll go to
guys know what I
CDPD
mean.
afterwards.
So that's where we request those.
Here's what they're going to do, y'all. They're going to tell us it's still under investigation, and they're not going to give us the records request fulfillment right away. But that's okay because we'll have it on request, and they'll
they
have
can't
to
just disappear
right.
or be deleted.
We can at least put in that request would at least hold it because it's been requested in the state of Indiana. They have to hold it for so long after it's been requested, just based on that, not even on the investigation.
Thank you, Steph.
We're just ensuring that the footage doesn't go nowhere, that it's always available.
So what's the sheriff's department like here, big man? Is that going to be an interesting venture? Anyone that's just tuning in, we are in Lafayette, Indiana.
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Oh, we lost
Lafayette. Lafayette. However you would like to pronounce it.
Are they still in front of this truck?
Yes.
Okay. He got between us and then.
I'm having to be a passenger driver.
Well, I just can't see the car we're following.
But somebody had asked what they missed. Let me get back to that. So there was an incident on the 5th of April where a driver stopped at a group of protesters and got out and got aggressive with them. And he said that it was because the protesters were obstructing him from driving.
He assaulted them.
But that's not the case, because we just went and looked at the traffic lights and the lights turn green at the same time, so the pedestrians get to walk across the direction the pedestrians were going in at the same time that the vehicle is allowed to go lawfully.
Well, and he had to hold back for pedestrians crossing already anyway.
Right, right.
So like there is no excuse for any portion
Absolutely
of it on
no
his
excuse.
part. But he got out and assaulted a couple of women that were doing crosswalk. Is what he did. He was, and by that I mean he was pushing his chest and belly. Dude's got a big old front butt belly. James Jordan's his name. And he's belly bumping these women, and he's holding his hands in the air, and he's aggressively chest and belly bumping these women. So our friend here, Jeremy, saw James Jordan doing that and walked up and said, "You're not going to do that to these women, and you need to get back in your truck and leave." Well, the guy got even more aggressive. He goes back to his truck, gets some Trump attire, and comes back and he's arguing some more. Well, at that point, he's pushing the belly up again. Well, he ends up pushing Jeremy. And Jeremy responded with a nice, clean headbutt straight to the fucking face of this idiot. It's awesome.
It was very precise.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that sent Jordan into tear mode. He's screaming and crying, "Call 911!" And he goes to his truck and he gets a freaking assault rifle. Now, there's thousands of people at the square, kids and everything. Dude comes back with an assault rifle looking for Jeremy because he wanted to shoot him. And yeah, that's the incident that we're on here. And
yes.
It's made worldwide media. Like this story is
Yes.
going as viral as hell. Oh, finally this dude's gonna get out from between
Jacob,
us.
you're right. It was absolutely a peaceful protest. It was actually very well organized, to my
Yeah,
understanding.
given the government here was not very respectful of the organizing.
Right.
They
Yeah.
pretended to be, but when it came down to it, they weren't being very helpful.
Well, they didn't show up to monitor the peaceful protest until after the incident had already occurred,
There were police.
but not within the group.
Well,
right?
for specifically one of the central organization, the central hub of the protest was about a courthouse square.
Right.
So the courtyard.
Which is where we were.
Which is where we just were. Now here's the thing. The sheriff's office is responsible for that property.
Okay.
But the easement and everything surrounding the courthouse is on the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest that the sheriff, having known about this organized event, should have had security on the lawn on his jurisdiction, and then coordinated with the city police chief to make sure that around the square, and very particularly, would be completely covered by security. Because that was the hub of this protest. And they failed to do that. And the person that had to handle securing the situation was Jeremy. And then they charged Jeremy and then detained him, pretended they didn't know where he was, and put out an APB for him.
Okay.
What? Am I supposed to wait?
Yeah.
What, are you cutting out?
No. I just needed to get rid of somebody.
Oh, well, I didn't have to stop. All right, so the police pretended that they didn't know where Jeremy was when they already had him in custody. So they had Jeremy in custody, and then they kept him for 2 days in jail while they were telling the public they were looking for the guy. They already had him. And then didn't have anything to charge him on and released him, but they bonded him. They had to pay a bond. So we're wondering how that works. Now we're being told that there are no judges that do those bonds. Those bonds, they're telling us they don't know. Everybody's saying we don't know who's responsible for that bond. So we're trying to find that out. I believe it's probably going to be a magistrate.
And
that sounds
I think
right.
that it was 7 cities that said that, and then Big Man also said that it's typically the jail that sets the bonds.
That's what the prosecutor's office said, Big Man, is the jail might be able to do it. Well, the jail doesn't get to decide anything because their boss is the sheriff, so it would be the sheriff in Indiana. Thank you for that. That's what we're going to look into. Because the sheriff has washed his hands of it publicly and said his office don't have nothing to do with it. It's a Lafayette PD. Everything on them, that he's not going to comment about it anymore. Well,
but the sheriff's department is over the jail, and if the jail is the ones that sets the bond,
we still have questions, and they got involved.
Yeah. And this isn't Kentucky where they can have a separate elected jailer and a sheriff. Sorry, you guys were facing almost up to the ceiling. I was trailing up. I was like...
So another thing, though, you know, the sheriff's department is our elected agency.
Okay.
Like, we elect our sheriff, and they're the constitutional law enforcement.
Right.
Like, that is who enforces the law, that their oath is to the United States Constitution. So they are, the sheriffs of the state of Indiana are constitutional law enforcement officers. Therefore, one could argue that this sheriff may need to get involved if there were unconstitutional actions on the part of the LPD officers. Well,
or on part of his officers.
Couldn't this sheriff charge people for that? Because we're being told there were lots of constitutional violations that occurred during this
Forcing
situation.
people to get off of the public lawn of the courthouse.
Who did nothing wrong.
They were just there to do their peaceful protest that was already prearranged and determined and, you know, set up, established.
They were forced to leave the public sidewalk.
Yeah, yep. Is under the sheriff.
Did you remind everybody we're not political on this?
Right, we aren't political. We're just looking at the law aspect of it. We aren't Democrat, we aren't Republican. We are just us looking at
Public safety.
Yep. For public safety.
And
official
there are
misconduct.
officials.
Sorry,
who
I was thinking
apparently-
back to the Jamie Knoll thing where he was like, "Come back for public safety and official misconduct."
Well, it would appear that there's been some official misconduct. Just by the police reports alone, we know that there has been official misconduct included in this. The officers flat out lied on multiple police reports and PIO releases.
And that's absolutely apparent if you go through and you start reading the reports that reporters were getting from the public information releases.
I'll be releasing all this in video form.
And I didn't get a lot of your good clips, like I didn't intrude upon them because I told them, you know, I'm letting you have your static feed, that way you can make your video.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, I know. I like doing it like that. You do make good videos. What do you guys think? You think you make pretty good videos? Absolutely. We always welcome different opinions.
Yeah, and
I like
if people
hearing
want to
different
get
opinions and
political in here,
perspectives.
we don't care. It doesn't bother us.
As long as you guys are
Just be nice.
cordial, political it away.
I need that mirror if you'll hold that
Sure,
back just a little.
sure. All right, so we are at the sheriff's department. Horrible videos. I know they're awful. He is a bad driver, y'all.
That probably looked a lot worse than it was.
He's gonna give me whiplash. Just kidding. Or am I?
Oh, I got to pay a storage payment for the RV.
Oh no. I'm gonna get a drink. Oh, don't you just love it when you get a drink of Coke and you think it's going to be still kind of chilled and it's like piss warm? That was fantastic. Says no one ever. Lord, I need a cold drink.
Here, come here.
Oh, you can come on through.
All right, guys, for public safety and official misconduct, back with you again for part 2. This time we are at the Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Department. We are here with Jeremy and Leslie again. We got questions for the sheriff. He already made a public statement that he doesn't want to make any public statements. We might need him to make a couple more public statements. So that's what we're here for. And we got some questions about that bond situation, which we did not get resolved in part one. So, y'all ready?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. You forgot some people. Live chat.
Oh, yeah. We're doing a live stream on OMC's
You're here
channel.
with live chat, too.
If you have not subscribed to Official Misconduct, by gosh, you're missing out on an awful lot of stuff that happens as it happens. So,
That's right.
I would highly recommend the channel.
I don't know if I'd highly recommend it. Just recommend it. Isn't that right, y'all? We come recommended, but don't highly recommend it.
Both live streaming now.
No, just me.
She's live streaming.
So if you need me to cut back, gotcha. That's right. Cut, reset, quiet on the set. All right, let me flip you guys around. Oh no, I don't want to cancel that. I hit the wrong flip, kicking rocks.
Go ahead, brother.
Thank you. Alright. So what kind of setup do we have here? Okay, so this is where visitation occurs, but they don't have visitation going on right now. And then they have a restricted area over there that obviously says no cell phones. So, always, if you have a camera, make sure that you aren't in a restricted area recording. I always personally stay back to maintain distance. That way I can respect the privacy of everyone up there who's requesting records or conducting business. I think they do need to get bigger. I think the protesters do need to get bigger.
Where's their current plaque for the sheriff?
Over there. Is it over there?
That one's all the way up to 2003.
Hello. Angry Vet, what's up? Lady Jen? Yes, there is AC in this visitation section here. And I made sure that nobody was doing, visitation with anyone because I wouldn't want to record that. I think we just basically need to wait our turn. I'm going to hop a squat right over here out of everybody's way. Make sure I'm still charging. I get leery every time I see someone on a phone.
Hello, how are you today? I know the sheriff said that you didn't want to make any more public statements on this case, but I wanted to give him the opportunity.
We are in the Sheriff's Department, Lafayette, Indiana.
Which he had to be in the place where police should have been.
You're ready for a nap, Tav?
You don't want to talk about it all? Well, okay, so that was one of the questions. What about the courthouse bond? Like, who the bond?
Thank you, Lady Jen.
Was organized to be there. They were on the courthouse,
So,
And then the main thing was this. So the police arrested him. The city police did, and released him after two days and gave him a bond. So we're wondering, they're holding the bond right now. We're wondering just who it is, so we can get a paper trail of who it is that sets that bond. And we're being told that the jail may be the ones. I didn't think that was true. So who does?
So she just said no, that it is not the jail.
The state. No, I'm not a human being with a name. Like somebody has to make that decision. The state mandates what the bond is?
So do you guys have a magistrate that is staffed here within this office that would establish the bonds?
Okay.
Is there any way,
Okay, so it could have been the magistrate then.
No, I didn't see magistrate. I didn't see magistrate.
so he would have needed to see the
I was here on
magistrate?
Saturday, left on Sunday. Did not see magistrate.
So we're wondering how they were able to establish a bond if they didn't follow the process to have the bond established.
Oh,
Sure,
I'm sorry about that.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that
Do
when
what
you
you
called
need
me
to do.
up. And you can have an officer come out for things you might know or.
What's up, ATL? Exactly 7 cities. That's exactly what I was thinking. Right now, it's just a pending investigation. And there's been a report that is filed, but a report is not a case number, it's not a cause number. So, to my understanding, a bond has to be attached to a case number or a cause number. So, I mean, I may be wrong. I may have, missed something in my reading. I don't know. So the state will recommend what they want the bond to be. The magistrate will approve it or not. That's exactly what I'm thinking the process is. We're just trying to figure out, yeah, we're still alive. Hey, Phoenix. Chris got a membership for your channel. Who bought memberships? Did I miss something? I may have missed something while I was talking. You guys will have to help me out here if I miss something. That's what I was thinking. I mean, we've got to have somebody's signature somewhere on this paperwork, and it has to be someone who has, executive duty as a judicial officer, whether that be a judge or a magistrate. Because you're dealing with money, and the money is attached to a case number. And as always, just to show you guys, every time we come into a building like this, the staff always disappears. Chris, do you recognize anything familiar? All the staff's gone now. And we were being extremely, extremely respectful. Like, not even just respectful, just extremely, extremely respectful. Oh my goodness, Tab, thank you so very much. Yes, it feels good to be back boots to ground. It feels good to be doing something, that's beneficial for a purpose. Tab is awesome. All you guys are awesome.
So this is where you had to spend the night.
So it kind of sounds like to me that he was kidnapped. I feel like the government kidnapped him. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he was kidnapped? Because we're not having any luck on finding out who established and signed off on that bond. And we've seen, a report number, but we haven't seen a case number. And if you look it up in Indiana, my case, there is not a case. Wingspan, you have to go in and set it up so that you can accept the membership. That is something that a couple of people were running into. Did you hear my shoulder pop? I need to post something for you guys to show you guys how to go back through and do it. I can't walk you through it right now because he did not see the magistrate. Made to pay bond to get out. That's right. I agree, Ronnie Rebel.
Is it 12 total?
Indiana place.
Oh, I see. $2 background check, $10 to get it certified. And then you can have the notary sign it for another $2.
Oh, hey. Hey. Chris. Chris.
What?
We're doing recon. We're doing quiet recon.
I think that was that one.
Indiana.
They're talking about it back there. Oh, yeah.
I am late. Hope I didn't miss much. Well, it's all on video, so you're more than welcome to watch at your leisure if you want to.
By the prosecutor, as we're leaving out of the square?
Yeah, my shoulder gets stiff sometimes and it doesn't want to move, so I have to pop it.
But here's the problem.
And she's back. We're still going to wait our turn. All right, here we go.
You okay? Oh, do you really? I'm sorry.
Getting over it, so I can talk today.
I know I've had it before.
So the sheriff is out for the day.
Okay.
Chief Deputy Ruley is in a meeting. I spoke to the captain of the jail and asked him how the bonds are set.
Okay.
Our courts set the bonds. There's a list, so when an officer books somebody in, like say for an OWI point something, they look that up on the computer and it tells them how much the bond is.
Okay.
And that's set by the courts.
Okay.
Our courts.
Right. So the sheet's set by the court.
So basically, the courts gave permission to the officers to set up a bond based on their sheet that they already have pre-established.
The
correct?
jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then if they're not bonded out before court, the magistrate can change it.
I understand. And then if they are bonded out and it's decided later that they want to change that bond, that could be done too within a certain amount of time, I'm sure.
That's rare
Yeah,
Okay.
because then they'd have to rearrest you. Like,
Oh, would
that
they?
That would be a separate, the bond is only for you being in here and getting out.
And
Right.
making sure you show up for
Change the
court.
bond, you'd have to be arrested.
Yeah, normally it would be them adding more charges on, or if there's a dismissal, then they would give you your bond back.
Gotcha.
So
All right.
we don't want him to get any more charges to change the bond.
If they OR'd him, released him on his own recognizance, then he'll get that bond back if he paid, if there was a bond.
Well, they released him on the bond. I mean, he had to pay a bond. And he'll get it back. Like, we've already gone to the courthouse and the prosecutor's office and got it released. We were just curious who made the bond, you know what I mean? Because we want a full paper trail. I don't know, you're aware of what happened. I mean, obviously, we're gonna want like all the records.
Monday, I did nothing but field phone calls all day, people yelling at me and about.
Okay,
That's
so
why I wanted you all to be able to have your piece to talk using my platform.
I mean, obviously you, as a secretary type position, you have no control over what's going on, so you don't want people yelling.
right,
either,
so it,
So when y'all burn phone lines up, you're doing it to this sweet lady.
yep.
Not that it's not okay to call, because it is. And I do believe that there are significant questions that the sheriff could still answer to the public, and it would probably help relieve some of that. Because I do think there's a lot going on that we would like to see the sheriff step up and do. You know what I mean? Potentially. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, constituents here.
I can give you his email address.
That'd be fine. I'll take that. And I mean, we'd be more than happy to, like, I know he doesn't want to make a public statement, which is fine. I would like a statement of some sort, is at least specifically to my questions. Like, I'm really curious why there wasn't security at this lawn. that day because it really put this man in a bad
So, yeah,
spot.
I mean, I was there, so we were on the courthouse property. It wasn't just on the sidewalk. And so they did send out sheriff's deputies for the remainder of everything that happened afterwards. But it would have been good to have a police presence from the beginning.
There's the sheriff.
Oh, okay.
So there's the current sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I shake their hands and I said, thank you for being here and protecting us, because I really appreciated them staying there the rest of the time. Yeah.
So maybe for future reference, it would be ideal to have presence within the courtyard square to help deter a future event like this from happening, because I feel like if officer presence is there and they're known and they are doing what they typically should do whenever there's a peaceful protest organized, then what happened with him wouldn't happen. You know, someone wouldn't get out of the vehicle and start harassing people. I mean,
We
It's
just
just
like
all
a
about
little more
presence.
aggressiveness out of the sheriff's department because it seems like we got a big problem with the city police in this. I mean, they've done everything from falsify police reports to flat out lie to the public. At least the sheriff has not lied to the best of my knowledge. His statement looked like it was factual, but I cannot say the same about the LPD. All of their statements are completely non-factual.
Right.
That's an issue, and then we elect a sheriff. So one of the things the sheriff can do is constitutional law enforcement. He can make sure they're doing their job too, even though the
Absolutely.
mayor is responsible ultimately for the chief.
all right, what do we got now, guys? Hopefully that reconnected me.
We can see that the police ain't doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the jurisdiction, man.
You think so?
All right, I'm gonna spin back around here. Hopefully. All right, happy I'm back. Yeah, the first place I ever realized that they were doing stuff like that was at Kentucky State Police Post 4. And we went in there with full batteries, and all of a sudden our batteries were just completely zapped, and I kept losing reception. And then I discovered that if I connect to Chris's Wi-Fi, that I maintain a connection, and then to handle my battery drain, I got a power bank. So that way I can't be shut down. It's easier that way. So I think our next step, guys, is over at the city police department. That's the one that we've been told might be interesting. We were told that our experience here would be great. And so far, it's been good. Live video, CPS, DHS. Well, I have to get my content situated better so that I can be more interactive with you guys while I'm trying to share the information, because last time it was an epic fail. I ended up taking the video down immediately. We were sharing, Nikki helped me with that. We were sharing out a lot of great information, but I just wasn't being very interactive, and it was kind of boring. And I want you guys to be able to, be engaged and have something interesting to watch. So as soon as I figure out an angle on that, I'm going to be getting more stuff up. Yeah, I'm not a fan of being inside the buildings because Wi-Fi is awful. MSPF would be a short way to do that. Well, I say that I'm bored, and then as soon as I get bored, interesting things happen. So I should probably retract that statement. Oh, is Nikki in here? Hey, Nikki. report. Oh, did I cover? Stomping ground. Oh, that's right. Freedom to Film is from here. Way to get into contact with us. My email is MissConduct, MissConduct 1922 @gmail. Hey, Sophie.
I'll maybe save myself the money if there's nothing on it, but I would like
I'm
to
muted?
as much as I can because
No, I'm not muted.
keep it going. Keep the flame going. And please tell the sheriff that I really want to talk to him about, just a couple
Yes,
aspects.
thank you, Steph.
Because I really felt.
Oh, it's probably from where I'm teetering right on the edge of having reception and not having reception.
Because I don't feel like, anytime I said this, I don't feel like this Facebook
Awesome.
really relayed the message.
Oh, I may have been covering the mic with my thumb.
What's that?
East Coast Audit, thank you so very much.
This helps.
And you didn't even say anything. Thank you. Very much appreciated, and it helps us keep doing
All right, so requested
everything we
body
do.
cam of the responding officers,
Let's see.
is after the fact,
Is
obviously, they showed up
not
after everything. But
Freedom Stomping Ground. This is my stomping grounds.